Welcome to Info Talks English. Oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere primarily originates from a process called photosynthesis. This process occurs in the chloroplasts of plant cells, including those in rainforests. During photosynthesis, plants utilize energy from sunlight, carbon dioxide from the air, and water from the soil to produce glucose and oxygen. The chemical equation for this process can be simplified as 6CO2O6H2O sunlight, C6H12O6 glucose is 6O2. In this equation, carbon dioxide, CO2, is converted into glucose, C6H12O6, a type of sugar that serves as an energy source for the plant, and oxygen, O2, is released as a byproduct into the atmosphere. Rainforests are incredibly rich in plant biodiversity, and this lush vegetation is responsible for a significant portion of the Earth's oxygen production. However, it's crucial to understand that the oxygen generated by rainforests is part of a global oxygen cycle. Oxygen is continuously consumed by various organisms and processes, such as respiration by animals and decomposition of organic matter, and it is continually replenished through photosynthesis. Various ecosystems worldwide, including forests, grasslands, and phytoplankton in oceans, collectively contribute to maintaining the balance of oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere. So, while rainforests are essential for local oxygen production and play a critical role in global carbon and oxygen cycles, oxygen in the atmosphere is not solely derived from rainforests, but is a result of the collective photosynthetic activity of all plants on Earth. The oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere ultimately comes from a process known as photosynthesis, which is primarily carried out by plants, including those in rainforests. Photosynthesis is a complex biochemical process that occurs within the chloroplasts of plant cells and is fueled by sunlight. Here's a more detailed breakdown of how oxygen is produced through photosynthesis. Absorption of light. Chlorophyll, a pigment found in plant cells, absorbs sunlight during the daytime. Conversion of carbon dioxide, CO2. Plants take in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through small openings in their leaves called stomata. Within the chloroplasts, carbon dioxide molecules are broken down, and the carbon is used to build carbohydrates, while the oxygen atoms are released as oxygen gas, O2, into the atmosphere. Water uptake. Plants also absorb water from the soil through their roots. This water is used in photosynthesis to provide hydrogen atoms for the formation of glucose. The carbon from CO2 and the hydrogen from water are combined to produce glucose, C6H12O6, a form of stored energy for the plant. The overall chemical equation for photosynthesis can be summarized as 6CO2O6H2O sunlight, C6H12O6 glucose is 6O2. Rainforests are especially productive in terms of oxygen generation because they are home to an incredibly diverse range of plant species. This diversity leads to high rates of photosynthesis, which in turn contributes to increased oxygen production. However, it's essential to note that oxygen production is not solely attributed to rainforests. It's a global process occurring in various ecosystems around the world. The oxygen we breathe is the result of this ongoing cycle of photosynthesis, where plants, algae, and some types of bacteria capture sunlight's energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into oxygen and glucose. This process sustains the oxygen levels in our atmosphere and is essential for life on Earth. Photosynthesis in rainforests. Rainforests, with their abundant plant life, are indeed one of the most vital contributors to global oxygen production. Their lush and diverse vegetation, which includes countless tree species, shrubs, and vines, participates in photosynthesis on a grand scale. This continuous photosynthetic activity results in the release of substantial amounts of oxygen into the atmosphere. Oxygen exchange. Oxygen is not only produced but also consumed in natural ecosystems. Animals, including insects, birds, and mammals, respire and consume oxygen, while rainforests do contribute significantly to oxygen production. They also house a multitude of oxygen-consuming organisms. Global oxygen balance. Oxygen production is not limited to rainforests alone. Various ecosystems worldwide, ranging from temperate forests to grasslands to phytoplankton in oceans, engage in photosynthesis. This collective effort maintains the delicate balance of oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere. Oxygen's role in the atmosphere. Oxygen makes up about 21% of Earth's atmosphere. This level is relatively stable due to the dynamic equilibrium between oxygen-producing photosynthesis and oxygen-consuming respiration processes. It's important to understand that if oxygen levels were to significantly increase or decrease, It could have adverse effects on the planet's ecosystems and overall atmosphere. In summary, while rainforests are critical components of the Earth's oxygen production system due to their abundant plant life and high rates of photosynthesis, oxygen in the atmosphere is the result of a complex, global and continuous cycle involving various ecosystems and organisms. Rainforests play a pivotal role in this process, but they are part of a larger network of oxygen production and consumption on our planet. Oxygen production rates. Rainforests have high rates of oxygen production due to the dense and diverse plant life. It's estimated that a single mature tree can produce enough oxygen to supply 2 humans with their daily oxygen needs. However, the majority of the Earth's oxygen production occurs in the oceans, primarily from phytoplankton. Phytoplankton's role. Phytoplankton, microscopic aquatic organisms, play a crucial role in the oxygen cycle. They produce an estimated 50–85% of the world's oxygen through photosynthesis in marine ecosystems. Equilibrium. The Earth's oxygen levels are relatively stable over time because oxygen production and consumption are balanced. Plants, especially in rainforests, contribute to this equilibrium by releasing oxygen during the day through photosynthesis and consuming it at night through respiration. Carbon dioxide balance. The carbon dioxide absorbed during photosynthesis is stored in plant tissues. When forests are disturbed or burned, as in deforestation, this stored carbon is released back into the atmosphere as CO2, contributing to the greenhouse effect and climate change. Amazon rainforests impact. The Amazon rainforest, often cited as a major source of Earth's oxygen, is home to a wide variety of plant species, many of which contribute to oxygen production. This vast rainforest alone is estimated to produce about 20% of the world's oxygen. And human activity. As the human population grows, there's increasing pressure on natural ecosystems, including rainforests. Deforestation, caused by activities such as logging and land conversion for agriculture, can disrupt oxygen production and contribute to high levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Oxygen levels over time. While oxygen levels have remained relatively stable over millions of years, they have fluctuated in Earth's history. Understanding these historical fluctuations helps in appreciating the significance of maintaining the current balance for life as we know it. The role of algae. In conclusion, oxygen in the atmosphere results from a complex interplay of natural processes, with rainforests playing a prominent role but not exclusive. Human responsibility and conservation efforts are vital to preserving these ecosystems and the global oxygen cycle.